featuring the BYU Cougars and your Pacific Tigers. Before we begin the game today, we'd like to take a few moments to recognize this year's class of graduating seniors who will be playing their final game at Bill Simone Field this afternoon. First, please join this year's Tiger seniors in acknowledging the two BYU seniors who are making their final trip to Bill Simone Field this afternoon. From Corona, California, Corey Bravo. And from Torrance, California, Coco Tawali'i Bonds. And now, on to this year's departing Tiger seniors. Our first senior has been an extremely important part of the Pacific program since she first stepped foot on Bill Simone Field as a freshman. A constant presence within the Pacific program, she's been an integral part on and off the field for operations for the Tigers, accompanying the team to every home and away game, doing everything from taking video to being a part of practice to coming up with awesome playlists for the pregame warmups. She is a tireless worker and a vocal leader for the Orange and Black in the dugout as well as in the community. An active member of the Pacific family, she is also the editor-in-chief of Pacific's newspaper, The Pacifican, and has constantly juggled her coursework with the workload of an NCAA Division I athlete throughout her time here in Stockton. Graduating this May with a degree in communication and a minor in French language and literature, accompanied by her father Stephen and mother Philly, from Alameda, California, Drew Jones. Our next Tiger has established herself as one of the best outfielders to wear the orange and black. Currently, she ranks in the top 25 all-time at Pacific in walks, stolen bases, and runs scored. She's in the top 10 in batting average and on base percentage, and ranks second all-time in stolen base percentage at Pacific. She was named to her second straight All-West Coast Conference team after the 2015 season, and holds the single-game record for runs scored in a Pacific game, with 4 against Cal State Bakersfield last season. This senior was an NFCA Scholar Athlete in 2015, in addition to being an All-WCC academic team in each of her 3 seasons of eligibility. Anderson's cumulative 3.91 GPA was the highest of all honorees in the conference, and she won the Catherine Harnack Academic Achievement Award given to a member of the softball team who has been an exemplary figure in the classroom in each of the last 2 seasons. Graduating with a degree in social science and a minor in pre-law, accompanied by her parents John and Jamie, from Woodinville, Washington, number 12, Sarah Anderson. Senior has represented the program as a hometown Tiger from right here in Stockton, joining Pacific as a freshman from just down the road at St. Mary's High School. She has started 71 games for Pacific during her 4 seasons in the Orange and Black, tallying 33 hits and 18 RBIs. After having her freshman season cut short due to injury, she responded as a sophomore with some key at-bats during 23 starts, including a grand slam and a win over Princeton, posting all the runs the Tigers would need in the win. She has helped the Tigers at a variety of positions, filling in at times at first base during the 2016 season, while also seeing time at designated player and second base throughout her career. This season, she's singled and doubled against St. Mary's College and added a double in a win over George Washington. Graduating this year with a degree in communications, accompanied by her parents Ed and Stephanie, from Stockton, California, number 25, Taylor Brink. Our next senior has started in each of the 175 career games she has played as a member of the Tigers. Starting out strong in her sophomore season after a season-ending injury derailed her freshman year, she was named All-WCC First Team after ranking in the top 5 in RBI, on-base percentage, and runs scored in the WCC in 2014. Known for her defensive prowess, she has dazzled Tiger fans with amazing range and remarkable plays during her 4 years as the captain of the infield. A well-rounded student athlete, she's been named to the WCC All-Academic Team in every season of eligibility. In conference play this season, she's hitting .313 with 3 doubles. Graduating This year with a degree in health, exercise, and sports science, accompanied today by her parents Anthony and Nancy, boyfriend Josh, siblings Jenny, AJ, and Kim, brother-in-law Eric, and Aunt Beth. From Davis, California, number 23, Melanie Habib. Our last Tiger senior has formed a remarkable double play combo with Melanie Habib, starting 182 games as a Tiger. A true offensive standout, she is in Pacific's all-time top 10 in RBI with exactly 100 for her career thus far. She is 8th in slugging percentage and is in the top 15 in total bases. She needs just one more double to enter the career top 10 in that category. And with her home run yesterday, she secured her spot in Pacific's all-time top 5 in home runs. Last season, she earned all WCC first team honors after a team high in homers and RBI. And during her sophomore season, she was named WCC second team after starting all of Pacific's contests at second base. And all WCC preseason team selection this year, she's clubbed 7 homers and driven in 26 runs, and was named West Coast Conference Player of the Year on March 14th after posting a career-high 5 RBI against Sacramento State. Graduating this year with a degree in biology, accompanied by her parents Joe and Debbie, along with her brother Nick, from Huntington Beach, California, number 7, Nicole Zapatozzi. Tiger fans, how about another big round of applause for the 2016 Pacific Softball Senior Class.
Good afternoon and welcome to Bill Simone Field as we get set for Senior Day here at the University of the Pacific. The Pacific Tigers taking on the BYU Cougars, the final game of this three-game series. As the Tigers enter today 19-24 overall, while the Cougars 29-17 after the Cougars won both games yesterday, as the Cougars took game 1 5-3, and then the Tigers were up 4-0 in game 2 before the Cougars came back in the final 2 innings. Thompson's 2-run homer in the 6th cut the lead in half, and then Lauren Bell, the 3-run home run with 2 outs in the 7th off the scoreboard in left center to put the Cougars in front, and they held on for the 5-4 win. Lineup cards are being exchanged behind home, and we'll take a look at both teams' lineups here this afternoon. Both pretty similar lineups to yesterday, as the Cougars will have Gordy Bravo leading off and in center, followed by Lauren Bell at short. Ashley Thompson at first. Libby Sugg catching and batting fourth, followed by Alexis Strid, Mackenzie St. Clair, Caitlin Larson, Coco Bond, and batting ninth, the designated player Lexi Taro, while in the circle, no surprise for the Cougars, is McKenna Bull. While Tigers will have Sarah Anderson leading off, followed by Melanie Habib, Sydney Lawners, Rachel Stellers, Nicole Zapatozny. Cassidy Gustafson will be in the circle batting sixth, followed by Haley Moran Rowan, Molly Bourne, and Taylor Brink, while Taylor Covington will play left field for the Tigers here this afternoon. Real nice, sunny, clear day, although very windy. In fact, last night was very windy, and we saw some long home runs, and it's even windier here this afternoon, although could be an adventure as the wind's not necessarily always blowing out. It's a bit of a swirling wind, so could see a routine fly ball turn into a home run, or a blast end up being caught in the outfield. So outset here, we'll take a very quick break and be right back with first pitch. You're watching Pacific Softball, PacificTigers.com. Welcome back to Bill Simone Field as the Tigers have taken the field here this afternoon. From left to right in the outfield, Covington, Anderson, and Moran Rowan. In the infield, Bourne, Habib, Zapatozny, and Lawners, while Rachel Sellers behind the plate. And in the circle, the junior right-hander Cassidy Gustafson. Her 14th start of the season, Gustafson is 4-6 with a 4.6 ERA. And in 70 2/3 innings, she has allowed 47 earned runs while walking 37 and striking out 26. Gustafson pitched in game 1 yesterday, allowed a solo run in 5 out of the first 6 innings. So the junior gets a start here in the final game of this 3-game series, as the Tigers on Senior Day wearing their all-black uniforms. And while today is Senior Day, the Tigers will have one more home game during the week, next week against Cal, as Gordy Bravo steps in to lead off for the Cougars. The senior center fielder batting .289. And the first pitch from Gustafson, a called strike on the outside corner.
First pitch, 12-14.
12-14 first pitch. Bit of a late start as kind of expected on senior day. As that 1-0 pitch bounces in the dirt and rolls past Sellers to the backstop. Home plate umpire is Russell Tanahana. Mark Maciel down the right field line and Rick Petros down the left field line. Yes, that's one hopper taken by Habib, and she will throw to first for out number 1. So a good start here for the Tigers as Bravo grounds out 6-3, and I'm sure you can hear in the microphones and see the flag in right field. Any ball play today, whether on the ground or in the air, could be an adventure to say the least. As up comes Lauren Bell, the junior shortstop, batting .372. As the first pitch to Bell, a called strike. Gustafson looking for that outside corner again, misses for ball 1. Well, Gustafson comes back inside and misses. These two teams were the preseason first and second pick for West Coast Conference play, as that ball is bunted right in front of home, and no chance for Bourne to throw out Bell, so Bell reaches on the bunt single. The Cougars were picked to finish first, and the Tigers were picked to finish second, and the Cougars have so far proved those predictions correct, while the Tigers have had a rough go as of late. Tigers just 2-9 in West Coast Conference play as that pitch misses high for ball 1 to Ashley Thompson, who had a tough day, but finally able to get a hit, and a big hit in the 6th, a 2-run homer to cut the 1-0, a called strike. Gustafson's 1-1 off-speed pitches in the dirt. Saw Marissa Young last night in game 2 have a lot of success with her off-speed pitch, so see if Gustafson tries to throw a few more here today against the Cougars. As the 2-1 misses outside for ball 3. Thompson, .397 on the season. Home run in the 6th inning last night in game 2 was her 9th home run on the season. As the 3-1 pitch misses inside for ball 4.
The catcher, number 21, Libby Sugg.
So with 2 on now and just 1 away, that'll bring up freshman catcher Libby Sugg. Sugg, .336 on the season. 15 home runs as ball is hit to left field and will hang up and is caught by Covington, and she will throw to second for the double play. So the Cougars get a couple base runners but do not score, and after half inning, no score between the Cougars and the Tigers on PacificTigers.com. Welcome back to Bill Simone Field as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Defensively for the Cougars from left to right in the outfield, Larson, Bravo, and Strid. In the infield, Bond, Bell, St. Clair, and Thompson. Sugg behind the plate. And in the circle for the Cougars here this afternoon, the junior right-hander McKenna Bull. Bull 21-11 on the season with a 2.33 ERA. This will be her 33rd start of the season. She's pitched 213 and 2/3 innings while allowing 71 earned runs, walking 85, and striking out 233. So over a strikeout an inning for the Cougars workhorse in the circle, McKenna Bull. As Sarah Anderson will lead it off. Tigers did have some success against Bull yesterday. Scored a couple runs in the first game, and then in game 2, Anderson led off, reached on an error. Then after back-to-back outs, the Tigers got a hit and then a home run. Another hit followed Zapatozzi's home run to chase Bull from the game. But Bull actually ended up coming back in at the end of game 2 last night to pick up the save. As the 0-1 misses. Sarah Anderson, one of 4 Tiger seniors to be honored before this afternoon's game. The senior from Washington, hitting .359 on the season. As that pitch sails high. Top of the first ended with the double play on a fly ball to left field, and not only will it be an adventure for the fielders, but I guess for the runners as well. As not sure if that ball is going to land or be hung up and be caught. As the one hopper to third, Bond with a nice strong throw to get to Speedy Anderson for out number 1. So Anderson grounds out 5-3. And that'll bring up another one of the Tigers seniors, Melanie Habib, shortstop, batting .223 on the season, although hitting much better in West Coast Conference play. As she steps in to the right side of the plate and takes a called strike on the inside corner. One pitch is fouled off at the plate. Habib from Davis, California. And the 0-2 popped up in the infield, and that will be caught by Thompson. So Habib is retired for out number 2, and that'll bring up Sydney Lawners, the Tigers' first baseman, batting .318 on the season.
Batter for Pacific, first baseman number 44, Sydney Lawners.
Lawners, 9 doubles, 6 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Yes, Bull looks for the inside corner and misses for ball 1. Misses a little low. After yesterday, with Russell Tanahana behind the plate, not the quickest strike call, so sometimes wait a sec to see if the delayed strike call is coming, as the 2-0 pitch is hit foul near the Tigers on deck circle near Rachel Sellers. Bulls 2-1, line foul, just foul down the left field line. Didn't miss the line by much. So Bull, after falling behind 2-0, has gotten Lawners to foul off 2 straight pitches. McKenna Bull, the reigning West Coast Conference Pitcher of the Week. As that pitch misses high in the count, now full Bull in their final game of a 3-game sweep over St. Mary's. Pitched a shutout, a 1-0 win by the Cougars, and that shutout moved her into a tie for first place all-time on the BYU Cougar career shutout list as that pitch misses in the dirt. So Lawners works a 2-out walk, and that'll bring up catcher Rachel Sellers. Sellers yesterday in game 1, after Bull's first walk of the game, Sellers followed it with a first pitch home run. Which was Sellers batting .384 on the season. As the first pitch from Bull on the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, 1 misses. As you'll see, Bull get the sign from the dugout and then check her wrist. And now 1-1, another foul ball near the Tigers on deck circle. After the midweek game here against Cal, the Tigers will end West Coast Conference play at LMU. As that ball is popped up high into the infield, and it will be caught by the shortstop Bell for the final out. So the Tigers get a 2-out walk, but do not score on after 1 inning. No score between the Cougars and the Tigers on PacificTigers.com. The Scholarshare Tiger Pack is back for just $36. You can grab 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas to any Pacific softball game. It's the best value in town. For more information about the Scholarshare Tiger Pack, head online to PacificTigers.com/Tiger Pack. And for fresh made-to-order classic and boneless wings with handmade sides and dips for the nearest location, or to order online, visit wingstop.com. And lastly, Louisville Slugger, proud to be the official bat provider of Pacific Softball. Shop for all the latest gear at slugger.com. So we head to the second inning. No score between the Tigers and the Cougars. As the 5, 6, 7 part of the Cougars order will be due up here in the second inning against Cassidy Gustafson. As Alexa Strid will lead off the second inning. Strid, the right fielder, a sophomore, batting .286 on the season. She made an outstanding play defensively last night, robbing Habib of a potential home run. It might have cleared, it might have been off the top of the ball, but she reached up at the top of the wall and made an outstanding catch. As the first pitch to Strid from Gustafson misses for ball 1. Looking for the inside corner. Gustafson misses. Cougars had a base hit and a walk in the top of the first, but then the double play ended the top of the first. It's like hit a ball to left at Bell and headed towards third thinking it was going to fall. Then when Covington made the catch, it was an easy throw to second to complete the double play. As Strid now has a 3-0 count and takes the whole way as that pitch misses for ball 4. So the second walk of the afternoon by Gustafson.
Second baseman number 13, Mackenzie St. Clair.
Talked about the fielders and the runners, and certainly the pitchers also will be affected by this wind. And now showing bunt and fouling it off is Mackenzie St. Clair, the Cougars' second baseman, who's hitting 194 on the season. St. Clair, a junior from Peoria, Arizona. Looks to get the bunt down once again and does. And the Tigers try to go to second, and the throw is in time. A very close play at second, but a nice strong throw from Molly Bourne. And Habib able to keep her foot on the bag. So St. Clair reaches on the fielder's choice. As Strid out 5-6. As first pitch to Larson, they call it strike. Caitlin Larson, the Cougars left fielder, batting .263 on the season. Four doubles, one triple, 2 home runs, 15 runs batted in. As the 1-1 misses inside. Talking with SID Curry McCauley before the game, was guessing last night we had winds up to 25 miles an hour, and certainly would guess today we're getting gusts at times stronger than that, as that pitch is hit high and foul over the Tigers dugout, bouncing towards the field hockey turf for strike 2. You can see the flag in right center right now blowing out towards right, but at times it's been blowing straight in our faces, and has also at times been blowing out, as that ball is hit high in the center field, and Anderson will get to it for out number 2. So the wind blowing to right now took that ball towards right field, and Speedy Anderson went a long way to make that catch for out number 2. So with 2 down and a runner on first, that'll bring up third baseman Coco Bond. Bond, senior from Torrance, California. Watches the first pitch go into the other batter's box for ball 1. A big story yesterday was batting with the runners on base. So far, neither team has a hit with the runner on base, as that pitch misses for ball 2. Bond taking the whole way there, watches a strike on the outside corner. St. Clair at first does have 2 steals on the year. That high fly ball is hit down the right field line, and Moran Rowan goes a long way trying to get to it, and nearly does, but just a step or 2 away from catching that as that ball lands for a foul ball. The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down here in the top of the second. Tigers looking to try to pick up their first ever win over the Cougars in West Coast Conference play. He has the count now full. Gustafson threw an inning and 2/3. He's allowed 1 hit, 2 walks. Has not recorded a strikeout yet as that pitch sails high. So there's the 3rd walk already of the afternoon as Coco Bond with the 2-out walk will put runners on 1st and 2nd for the 2nd inning in a row. As up comes designated player Lexi Taro, batting .254 on the season. First pitch to Taro, a called strike. 16 for 63 on the season. 6 runs batted in as she hits a ground ball to Zapatozzi, who will just flip it to second for the final out. So once again, the Cougars get a couple base runners, but do not score. And after an inning and a half, Cougars and Tigers tied at 0 on PacificTigers.com. Welcome back to a windy Bill Simone Field as we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. 5, 6, 7 part of the Tigers order due up as senior second baseman Nicole Zapatozzi will lead off the inning. Zapatozzi hit her 7th home run of the season yesterday in Game 2 as she hit a 3-run shot over the scoreboard in left center. Put the Tigers in front 3-0. The first pitch from Bull misses for ball 1. The home run Zapatozzi hit yesterday was crushed. It would have been gone no matter the wind, but the wind certainly helped carry it. And it could 10, 15 feet past the scoreboard over the top as the 1-0 a called strike. Zapatozzi from Huntington Beach. Just like all the seniors, lots of friends and family here this afternoon. As the 1-1 bounce foul down the left field line. Great crowd here, not only in the seats in front of us, but around the outfield. As the 1-2 misses outside. And down on strikes goes Zapatozzi as she chases that high fastball from Bull. So Bull's first strikeout of the afternoon. And Zapatozzi goes down swinging to lead off the 2nd inning.
The pitcher, number 74, Cassidy Gustafson.
So that'll bring up pitcher Cassidy Gustafson batting .256 on the season. Gustafson, when not in the circle, the Tigers' normal third baseman. As first pitch from Bull misses low for ball one. Gustafson, 19 runs batted in on the season, 5 home runs. Also 6 doubles, 2 triples, stole a base yesterday as well. As pitches in there for a called strike. Zappadozzi's second on the team in stolen bases behind Anderson. 7 for 8 on the season. As swings and misses on a low pitch there for strike 2. Gustafson, one of 2 juniors in the lineup this afternoon for the Tigers, is the 1-2 hit foul. Sending Brian Colsey jumping out of the way. Head coach Brian Colsey, his 24th season, while Cougars are led by head coach Gordon Eakin in his 14th. So, a pair of longtime head coaches on both sides as that pitch is fouled off. As Gustafson tried to check her swing, and the ball found the bat anyways. Unfortunately, went backwards, so she stays alive. And the 1-2 once again, and that's lined into right field for a base hit. So there's the Tigers' first hit of the afternoon, as Gustafson goes the opposite way and over the head of St. Clair and into right field.
Pacific right fielder number 4, Haley Moran Rowan.
So that'll bring up Haley Moran Rowan. Moran Rowan batting .248 on the season. In game 1, she had a bunt base hit that led to a run being scored. In fact, it was Gustafson who, after reached, Moran Rowan dropped the bunt, and then 2 errors on the play. It's Gustafson came all the way around and scored, which tied the game at 1 in the second inning of game 1. Moran Rowan, the junior from Stockton. Starts to show bunt late and takes a called strike on the outside corner. And the 1-2 swung on a miss as Moran Rowan chases that high pitch. So the second strikeout of the inning for McKenna Bull. And now with 2 down and a runner on first, up comes third baseman Molly Bourne.
For Pacific, third baseman number 30, Molly Bourne.
Bourne batting .172 on the season. Bourne, third base here this afternoon when Gustafson's not in the circle. And at third base, that puts Bourne in left field as she takes ball 1 from Bull. Mentioned Gustafson at first, 7 for 8 on stolen bases this season, as that foul ball will find the seats. And that pitch misses, and off goes Gustafson, and Gustafson into second safely. So for the second day in a row, Gustafson steals a base. Now 8 for 9 on the season. And that stolen base ties her for the team lead with Sarah Anderson. And the 1-2 misses inside. Coach Brian Colsey. Guessing was asking to make sure what the pitch was on the stolen base of that couple hopper hit to short. Bell will throw to first for the final out. So the Tigers get a base hit and get a runner in scoring position, but do not score. And after 2 innings, no score between the Cougars and the Tigers on PacificTigers.com. Lincoln Center is Stockton's premier shopping and dining destination. Enjoy boutique shopping, our award-winning restaurants, and family-friendly atmosphere. Conveniently located at Pacific Avenue and Benjamin Holt, less than 15 minutes from the University of the Pacific. Visit LincolnCenterShops.com for a list of stores that offer a discount to all UOP students. Lincoln Center, always in style. And also the City of Stockton Municipal Utilities Department asks you to help with water quality and water conservation. Help us maintain clean rivers and a clean delta for everyone by reporting any sewage or bad smelling water in the street or water running in gutters. Reporting possible problems helps everyone to maintain a clean water supply and healthy environment. Call the 24-hour Emergency Service Center at 209-937-8341. As we head to the third inning, no score between the Tigers and the Cougars. And it's back to the top of the order to lead off the third inning for the Cougars. As center fielder Cordy Bravo will lead off. Bravo led off the game with a ground out to short. Now hitting .287 on the season. As swinging and fouling off the first pitch is Bravo from Gustafson. Gustafson threw 2 innings, has thrown 33 pitches. It's allowed 1 hit and 3 walks with no strikeouts. As Cougars had a pair of base runners in each of the first 2 innings. The first inning ended with the double play. And Cougars stranded 2 in the second. As the 0-1, Bravo drops the bunt, and that'll be a base hit. Now, the second hit of the afternoon for the Cougars, both on bunts.
Shortstop number 9, Lauren Bell.
So Bravo reaches, and that'll bring up shortstop Lauren Bell, who had a bunt single in the first. Bravo then was thrown out on a double play to end the first inning as that pitch misses outside for ball 1. Bravo at first is 2 for 2 on the season in stolen bases. As that pitch sails high, an outstanding job by Rachel Sellers there to catch that pitch. I don't know how she caught it, to be honest. That ball sailed and jumped up and took a stab at it, and Sellers able to get the ball in her glove. As the 1-1 bunted foul. One ball and 2 strikes. And a high fly ball to shallow center field, and Anderson will make the catch and while falling forward. So Anderson, for the second time already here this afternoon, had to come a long ways as the wind was again pushing it in and towards the right, and Anderson got to it and kind of made the catch before falling forward. So Bell flies out to center for out number 1, and that'll bring up first baseman Ashley Thompson, who reached on a walk in the first. Mentioned both Ashley Thompson and McKenna Bull swept the West Coast Conference Player and Pitcher of the Week honors last week. Tigers earlier this season did that as well, sweeping both awards. As the 1-0 misses, and Sellers hopped up, kind of check on Bravo at first. As the 2-0 misses inside for ball 3. So here early on, certainly it seemed like the wind has been affecting the pitches from Gustafson. As a 3-0, nowhere close. So ball 4. So the second inning, or the third inning, I should say, that Cougars have at least 2 base runners as Gustafson, her 4th walk already.
The catcher, number 21, Libby Sugg.
And that'll bring up catcher Libby Sugg. Sugg came up in this exact same situation in the first inning with runners on first and second and 1 out. And she hit a ball to left field that Bravo thought was going to land. Or actually it was Bell who thought it was going to land, and started to head towards third. And when Covington made the catch before the out, it was an easy throw to second to complete the double play. As the first pitch to Sugg, a called strike. And the 0-1 on the outside corner for strike 2. So after a 4-pitch walk, Gustafson has come back with 2 strikes to get ahead on Libby Sugg, the outstanding freshman catcher. And Gustafson looking for that outside corner, misses. And the 1-2 just misses, hitting the third base bag. Gustafson yet to record a strikeout. As once again the 1-2 fouled off. This one straight back over to the press box. One, two is in the dirt. And that pitch barely got halfway to home before rolling the rest of the way. So the count now full. And that pitch is in the dirt, well in front of home once again for ball 4. So Gustafson, after being ahead in the count 0-2, ends up walking Sugg, and the bases are now loaded. And the Tigers will have a conversation in the circle. And that'll allow me to remind you that Louisville Slugger is proud to be the official bat provider of Pacific Softball. Shop for all the latest gear at slugger.com. And also, Wingstop is the destination when you crave fresh cooked-to-order wings with bold layered flavors. For the nearest location, order online. Visit wingstop.com. And see the 2 umpires talking with Annette Martinez. Not sure what happened. We saw the home plate umpire yesterday take a tumble. So not quite sure what happened there, but hopefully umpire is all right. So the bases are now loaded for right fielder Alexis Strid. Strid reached on a walk in the second. And first pitch swing lined in the left field. That'll be a base hit and score 2 runs as Bravo comes in to score, and almost a step or two behind her is Thompson. So the first non-bunt base hit of the afternoon for the Cougars is a line drive single to left by Alexis Strid, and the Cougars lead 2-0.
Second baseman number 13, Mackenzie St. Clair.
So the walks come back to hurt. As Bravo led off the inning with a single and a fly out to center before back-to-back walks loaded the bases. And now showing bunt and pulling back is St. Clair for ball 1. St. Clair reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning. See Rachel Sellers, the Tigers catcher, kind of shaking her left hand. She's had a tough series as well, taking some balls off of her body. That's a 1-0, a high fly ball to left field that Covington will settle under and make the catch for out number 2. So a routine fly ball, though, with this wind here this afternoon, nothing in the air is going to be routine. So St. Clair flies out to left for out number 2, and that'll bring up left fielder Caitlin Larson. Larson 0 for 1, flew out to center field in the second, now hitting .260 on the season. As the first pitch from Gustafson misses for ball 1. That pitch way inside for ball 2. And a high pop-up that's gonna land in the seats. Not a lot of foul territory, and with the wind here this afternoon, the wind easily taking that out of play. So 2 balls and 1 strike. The count 2 down here in the third as Larson takes ball 3. Two hits, 2 walks has led to 2 runs so far here in the third for the Cougars as the 3-1 misses low and inside for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded once again. And up comes third baseman Coco Bond. And now time is called, and the Tigers will have a conversation in the circle. And the Scholar Share Tiger Pack is back for just $36. You can grab 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas to any Pacific softball game. It's the best value in town. For more information about the Scholar Share Tiger Pack, head online to pacifictigers.com/Tiger Pack. And one more opportunity to take advantage of that on May 4th when the Tigers host the Cal Bears, 4 p.m. game. Or Scholar Share Tiger Pack also for baseball. The Pacific baseball team home tonight for a game against UC Davis. Firework night as well. So Coco Bond now at the plate with the bases loaded and 2 down. Bond walked in her first at-bat. His first pitch swing, a grounder to Zapatozzi, who bobbles it but stays with it and makes the flip to second for the final out. But the Cougars break the scoreless game with 2 runs in the top of the third. And after 2.5 innings, BYU leads Pacific 2-0 on PacificTigers.com. Welcome back to Bill Simone Field as we head to the bottom of the third inning with the Cougars leading the Tigers 2-0 after a 2-run top of the third inning. So McKenna Bull back in the circle now with the lead. Bull through 2 innings has allowed just 1 hit, 1 walk while striking out 2. Has thrown 37 pitches as the Tigers will have the 9-1-2 part of their order due up as senior Taylor Brink will lead it off. The designated player here this afternoon. As the first pitch from Bull misses for ball 1. Brink, a senior from Stockton. Batting from the right side. Watches the 1-0 hit the outside corner. Now the count goes to 1-2 strikes as Brink swings and misses on that low pitch. Tigers in each of the first 2 innings got a 2-out base runner. The first, Lawners had a 2-out walk. Second, Gustafson a 2-out single for Bull would get the next batter to end the inning. As the 2-2 is fouled off over the Cougars dugout. Tigers honored the 4 seniors before the game. They also honored team manager Drew Jones. That's the 2-2 once again, swung on a miss. So Brink strikes out swinging. The 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for McKenna Bull, and it's back to the top of the order, and Sarah Anderson.
Back to the top of the order for Pacific, center fielder number 12, Sarah Anderson.
Anderson grounded out to 3rd in her first at-bat. A close play that Bond was able to make a strong throw just in time to get Anderson at first. Yes, another ground ball that just goes foul before Bond touches it. Anderson, the senior from Washington. Family's been here the entire weekend. Been here a lot, especially over the last month or so. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes after Bull hits the outside corner. 0-2 sails high. Not a cloud in the sky here in Stockton. Really couldn't ask for much nicer weather except for the wind, as that chopper taken by Bond once again. So for the 2nd time this afternoon, Anderson grounds out to 2nd. Or grounds out to 3rd, excuse me, for the 2nd out of the inning. So we'll see if the Tigers can continue getting a 2-out base runner, as up comes shortstop Melanie Habib. Senior shortstop batting .221, popped out to 1st in the 1st. Yes, first pitch swinging, ground ball foul down the left field line. Habib, who stands deep in the box, watches that 0-1 pitch go low and inside for ball 1. Habib, who asked for time, but really no need as Bull takes her time between pitches. That pitch misses high for ball 2. see, she has her hands up, and really by the time she puts it down, Bull's just starting to get ready as that pitch was inside and probably was ball 3, but Habib swings and fouls it off for strike 2. On deck should Habib reach is Lawners, who walked in the first. And now the 2-2 pitch once again swung on and missed. So down on strikes goes Habib. So for the first time this afternoon, McKenna Bull a 1-2-3 inning. And after 3 innings, Cougars lead the Tigers 2-0 on PacificTigers.com. We head to the 4th inning here at Bill Simone Field with the BYU Cougars leading the Pacific Tigers 2-0. The Cougars will have the 9-1-2 part of their order due up here in the 4th against Cassidy Gustafson.
For BYU, designated player number 26, Lexi Taro.
As designated player Lexi Taro will lead it off. Taro 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. Gustafson through 3 innings has allowed 3 hits, the 2 earned runs, 6 walks. It's been a big story here. A couple walks in the 3rd inning, along with a couple hits, led to the Cougars 2 runs. As the first pitch to Taro, a called strike. And the 0-1 misses outside. Tigers showed yesterday they could score some runs against McKenna Bull, so certainly a 2-0 deficit, not insurmountable as Taro leads off the inning with a base hit to center. So once again, the Cougars will have a leadoff batter on.
Batting for BYU, center fielder number 2, Gordy Bravo.
As up comes center fielder Gordy Bravo. Bravo 1 for 2. She singled and scored in the 3rd, grounded out to short in the 1st. As Bravo shows bunt and gets it down, Lawners will field it, the throw to first in time. So Zapatosny covering first on the wheel. And the throw from Lawners in time to get Bravo for out number 1.
Shortstop number 9, Lauren Bell.
So Taro in the scoring position for shortstop Lauren Bell. Bell 1 for 2. Singled in the 1st, flew out to center in the 3rd as the first pitch from Gustafson misses low for ball 1. Misses high and outside. Bell taking the whole way there. The 2-0 on the corner for a called strike. And now the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. One hopper, Habib knocks it down. Zapatozzi, the throw the first not in time. As Habib died and got a glove on it, and it kind of rolled on the deflection right to Zapatozzi, who tried to throw out Bell, but not in time. So the infield base hit puts runners on the corners for first baseman Ashley Thompson, who has walked in both of her at-bats here this afternoon. First pitch to Thompson on the outside corner for strike 1. And the 0-1, a high fly ball to left center. That'll land for a base hit as Anderson had had gone all the way to the warning track, and then I think the wind took a hold of that ball and pushed it back in. And Anderson tried to break in to get to it, but it landed for the base hit. So the RBI single for Ashley Thompson, and it's now 3-0, and we will have a pitching change. So we'll take the break as well. Cougars already with a run in, now lead 3-0 on PacificTigers.com. So the Tigers have gone to the bullpen and brought in Megan Walters. Walters on the season, 3-4 with 3 saves and a 3.54 ERA. Walters in 53 1/3 innings, has walked 17 and struck out 18. So Walters will come in here with 1 out in the top of the 4th and runners on first and second. And face catcher Libby Sugg. Sugg 0 for 1. Lined into a double play in the first and then walked in the third. Gustafson exits after allowing 3 runs over 3 1/3. And with Walters coming in to pitch, Gustafson moves from the circle to third, and that has Bourne moving from third to left. So the new pitcher and defensive changes for the Tigers as the first 2 pitches from Walters to Sugg have missed the strike zone. (2-0) misses for ball 3. And the 3-0 misses as well. So a 4-pitch walk to Sugg will load the bases once again. So every inning has been multiple base runners for the Cougars. BYU already 3 for 10 with the runners on base, 3 for 7 with the runners in scoring position. The only thing they don't have is a 2-out hit here this afternoon as the first pitch to Strid, a called strike. Strid walked in the second, hit a 2-run single in the third, which put the Cougars in front. And a chance here with a couple more base runners on base as that pitch misses for ball one. 1-1 swung on and missed. And fouled off by Strid. Chopper off the glove of Habib and into left field will score a run. So a high chopper. Really, even if Habib had shorted fielded it cleanly, probably would not have had a play at any base. So the RBI base hit by Alexis Strid makes it 4-0 and keeps the bases loaded for second baseman Mackenzie St. Clair. St. Clair 0 for 2. Flew out to left in her last at-bat. And first pitch swing, chopped past Zapatosian into right field. That'll score Thompson. So St. Clair, the RBI base hit. Her 21st RBI of the season, and it's now 5-0.
Left fielder number 18, Caitlin Larson.
So the bases remain loaded. Still 1 out, and up comes Caitlin Larson. Larson 0 for 1, flew out to center in the second. Walked in the third. And now, so we may have a pinch runner coming in to run. Looks to be Allie Hancock, who will come in to run for the catcher Libby Sugg at third.
Running at third base for BYU, number 27, Ali Hancock.
So, Cougars already with 3 runs in here in the fourth, lead 5-0. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They've left 6 on base. Tigers, no runs, 1 hit. Megan Walters replaced Cassidy Gustafson. As that pitch sails way high for ball one. One 0, a comebacker right back to the circle, an easy throw to home for 1, and the throw to first in time for the double play. So a 1-2-3 double play to end the fourth inning, but not before the Cougars score 3 more. And after 3.5 innings, BYU leads Pacific 5-0 on PacificTigers.com. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning with BYU leading Pacific 5-0 as the Cougars, after a 2-run third, put up 3 runs in the fourth and really could have put up even more. Bases loaded. Tigers got the double play to end the top half of this inning. So the Tigers now in a 5-run deficit, as up comes the 3-4-5 part of their order here in the fourth against McKenna Bull, as Sydney Lawners will lead off. Lawners walked in the first. The lone walk Bull has allowed so far through 3 innings. She's also allowed just 1 hit while striking out 4. 53 pitches through the first 3. Yes, Bull looks to pick up her second win of the series as that pitch misses in the dirt for ball 1. Bull picked up her second save of the season last night in game 2. She re-entered after starting game 2 and giving up 3 runs in the first. As that ball is hit high to left field, but will stay in the ballpark. The wind blowing in at the moment as that pitch, or that ball is caught by Larson and left. So Lawners flies out to left for out number 1, and that'll bring up catcher Rachel Sellers.
The catcher, number 10, Rachel Sellers.
Sellers popped out to short in her first at-bat. Now batting .381 on the season. And Sellers chops it foul off the roof of the Tigers dugout. Sellers has started in all but 1 game this season for the Tigers as that ball is bounced foul down the left field line. Tigers have 6 players that have started in every game this season, 2 players that have started in all but 1. Pretty much the 1 through 8 spot of the Tigers order has been the same all season long, as the 0-2 a couple hopper to second and the throw from St. Clair in time for out number 2. Has been some change at times, either Habib or Moran Rowan switching kind of spots, one at the top and the other near the bottom of the order. But certainly the leadoff spot has always been Sarah Anderson, and pretty much the heart of the order always Lawners, Sellers, Zapatosi, and Gustafson. As up comes second baseman Nicole Zapatosi. Struck out swinging in the second. Fouls the first pitch. She sees off towards the bullpen area. Zapatosi, 9 doubles, 7 home runs, 26 runs batted in. Is now down in the count 0-2 after fouling that pitch straight back. Hit her team leading 7th home run in game 2 yesterday, a 3-run shot over the scoreboard. It was quite the sight to see as that pitch misses outside for ball 1. That pitch way inside the hold time. Easy pitch to lay off there. The count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. That high fly ball will not be caught as the wind right there playing a factor, as the left fielder Larson almost came all the way up and was almost on the infield dirt. In fact, she might have been a step onto the infield dirt as it bounces off her glove. So Zapatosi running hard the whole way. And that might be one of the more generous doubles you will see. Though I'm sure they'll say the wind is what made that not an ordinary effort play, along with the fact that the left fielder Larson had to come so far to get to it. So Zapatozzi, the 2-out double, and the Tigers are runner in scoring position for Cassidy Gustafson. As the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes. For the third time in the first 4 innings, the Tigers have had a batter reach with 2 outs. They had a 2-out walk in the first, a 2-out base hit in the second, and now the 2-out double here, as that 0-2 pitch will go out of play. And credit to Zapatozzi for running hard on that and ending up on second. Really, with a win like this, I'm sure both head coaches have told their players, make sure you run everything out, as you never know. There is no routine fly ball here this afternoon. It's the 0-2 fouled off by Gustafson. Gustafson had the Tigers' first hit of the afternoon, a line drive single to right field with 2 outs in the second. The 0-2 swung on a miss. So the Tigers get a 2-out double, but do not score in after 4 innings. BYU leads Pacific 5-0 on PacificTigers.com. So we head to the 5th inning here at Bill Simoni Field with the BYU Cougars in front 5-0. The Cougars will have the 8-9-1 part of their order due up. And in the bottom of the 4th, that double by Zapatozzi moves her into the top 10 all-time in career doubles. As that pitch is in the dirt for ball 1 to Coco Bond. And certainly was an interesting scoring decision. Although with this wind, nothing is ordinary. The left fielder had to come a long ways, and the runner ended up not scoring, so it's not like it makes a difference for an earned run or an unearned run, as the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. The life of an official score is never easy, no matter the level. As that pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. It's one of those plays, no matter what you ruled it, you would have one side not happy. That's the 2-1. Misses high, and able to check her swing is Bond for ball 3. Megan Walters in the circle now for the Tigers. She came in last inning in relief for Gustafson as the 3-0 Bond takes the whole way for strike one. Now goes full. Walters in her 2/3 inning so far has allowed 2 hits, walked 1. All 3 of those runs that scored in the 4th were charged to Gustafson. So Gustafson ends with 3 1/3 and 5 earned runs given up as a leadoff walk for Bond. So Bond, her second walk of the afternoon. And once again, a leadoff runner for the Cougars. Designated player Lexi Taro bunts, and almost a nice catch there by Sellers. Said just a foul ball for strike one. Taro this time gets the bunt down, and that's going to be a base hit. And Bond rounded second like she was going to try to head for third and then put on the brakes and able to get back to second. So the bunt base hit by Taro. So the bottom 2 of the Cougars order gets on base. And back to the top of the order in center fielder Gordy Bravo. Bravo 1 for 2. Singleton scored in the 3rd, had a sac bunt in the 4th. See if she bunts here. And that pitch, a called strike. As the wind really blowing hard into our faces, kind of located right behind center, or right behind the catcher. So when it's blowing in our faces, it's blowing in. As the 0-1 bunted foul for strike 2. Head coach Gordon Eakin wasn't happy about the first pitch of that being called a strike. Now the 0-2, no signs of a bunt by Bravo as that's taken for ball 1. One, 2 in the dirt. Cougars through the first 4 innings left 8 runners on base as that ball is hit in the left field, and Molly Bourne will make the catch as it hangs up long enough for her to get there and make the catch. So Bravo is retired for out number 1. And that'll bring up shortstop Lauren Bell, who is 2 for 3 on the afternoon. One of 3 Cougars to have 2 hits. As the shortstop now batting .379 on the season. The junior from Murray, Utah, takes a called strike 1 from Walters. Bond led off the inning with a walk, then a bunt base hit. As that ball is hit to third, Gustafson will field it and beat Bond to third. So a nice job there by Gustafson at third base to make the grab and then beat Bond to third for the out. So the Tigers get the lead runner out for out number 2, and that'll bring up Ashley Thompson. Thompson 1 for 1. And first pitch swing, that's hit fair down the right field line. That'll score a run, at least. Being waved around is Bell, and she will score. Now the ball is loose on the infield, and Thompson will hit a third, and she is out at third for the final out of the inning. But both runs score, so Ashley Thompson, a 2-run base hit, and after 4.5 innings, BYU leads Pacific 7-0 on PacificTigers.com. Lincoln Center is Stockton's premier shopping and dining destination. Enjoy boutique shopping, our award-winning restaurants, and family-friendly atmosphere. Conveniently located at Pacific Avenue in Benjamin Holt, less than 15 minutes from the University of the Pacific. Visit LincolnCenterShops.com for a list of stores that offer a discount to all UOP students. Lincoln Center, always in style.
The batter for the Tigers, right fielder number 4, Haley Moran Rowan.
So we head to the bottom of the fifth. Tigers now trail 7-0 as the bottom third of the Tigers order due up as Haley Moran Rowan will lead off against McKenna Bull and takes ball 1. Moran Rowan, 246 on the season after striking out in the second against Bull. Bull through 4 innings allowed just 2 hits, 1 walk while striking out 5. As Hopper to second, that's bobbled, and Moran Rowan will reach on the E4. So I believe for the first time tonight, the Tigers with a leadoff base runner, or this afternoon I should say. So Moran Rowan reaches on the fielding error, and that'll bring up left fielder Molly Bourne. Bourne 0 for 1. Started the game today at third and then moved to left. As first pitch swing, a chopper to short. That's fielded on a hop by Bell, who will go to first. So Bourne for the second time this afternoon grounds out to short. Moran Rowan down to second.
The batter for Pacific, designated player number 25, Taylor Brink.
So the Tigers will have a runner in scoring position for Taylor Brink, who struck out swinging in the third. And she bunts it right back to Bull. Bull will field it and make the quick throw to first for the out. So Brink is out 1-3. Moran Rowan down to third.
Batting for the Tigers, the center fielder number 12, Sarah Anderson.
So the Tigers now with the runner on third, but 2 down for Sarah Anderson. Anderson is 0 for 2. She is grounded out to third in both of her at-bats. As the first pitch to Anderson, a called strike on the outside corner. Anderson, 10 RBIs on the season. Does have 1 extra base hit, a triple. That's the 1-0. Misses high for ball 2. Anderson not only 353 on the season, but 360 with runners in scoring position. 459 with 2 outs. See if she can come through here and put the Tigers on the scoreboard as she hits a chopper to third that rolls foul before Bond fields it. Probably a good thing for Bond that went foul before she fielded it. She would have had a tough time to get Anderson at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the fifth. Moran Rowan at third. She reached on an error. As that chopper to short, Bell will field it and make the throw to get Anderson for the final out. So the Tigers get a runner in scoring position, but do not score. And after 5 innings, Cougars lead the Tigers 7-0 on PacificTigers.com. Welcome back to a windy Bill Simone Field as we head to the 6th inning with the Cougars in front 7-0. As catcher Libby Sugg will lead it off. Sugg 0 for 1 has walked in her last 2 at-bats. It's a ground ball to Zapatozzi, who fields it and makes the throw for out number 1. So finally the Tigers get a leadoff batter out. And Sugg is retired 4-3. So that'll bring up Alexa Strid, who takes ball 1. Strid 2 for 2. 3 runs batted in on the afternoon. She takes a called strike. Megan Walters in the circles. She relieved Cassidy Gustafson back in the 4th. As that ball is fouled back. One, two, misses inside. One hopper to Gustafson at third. She'll fire across for out number 2. So back-to-back outs to start the 6th inning, and that'll bring up second baseman McKenna St. Clair, who's 1 for 3, singled to right to score a run in the 4th. Part of a 3-run 4th inning. And extended the lead to 5-0. The lead now 7-0 after the 2-run 5th, as the off-speed pitch from Walters, a called strike. And that ball is lined and gets through the legs of Lawners and into right field. No. Ball was hit hard, and Lawners reached down and tried to grab it, and that'll be a base hit for St. Clair. So Tigers not able to get a 1-2-3 inning here in the 6th, and that'll bring up Caitlin Larson, as that'll also bring the wind gusting once again. As Larson fouls off the first pitch. Larson is 0 for 2. Came up with the bases loaded and 1 out in the 4th and hit into the 1-2-3 double play. Yes, she grounds that one, and that'll get into center field past a diving Zapatozzi. So Larson, her first hit of the afternoon, and the 2-out rally for the Cougars continues, and now has a runner in scoring position for third baseman Coco Bond. Bond 0 for 1. She has walked twice. And Bond lines that into center field for a base hit. Being waved around and coming in to score is St. Clair. So 3 straight hits with 2 outs now puts the Tigers in jeopardy of this game ending early. So, looked like the inning was going well for Walters. Got the first 2 outs before St. Clair's hard hit ball got through the legs of Lawners. Then Larson followed with a base hit, and Bond RBI base hit. Makes it 8-0 here in the top of the 6th. As designated player Lexi Taro comes to the plate. 2 for 3 on the afternoon as Taro. She has singled and scored in each of her last 2 at-bats. Now hitting .273 on the season. And she bats from the left side as that pitch misses high for ball 2. The Tigers in the bottom half of the inning will have the 2, 3, 4 part of their order due up, needing at least 1 run to keep the game going. Two-one, chopped up the middle, and Habib will take it and step on second for the final out. But the Cougars, 3 straight base hits with 2 outs, now lead 8-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning on PacificTigers.com. The City of Stockton Municipal Utilities Department asks you to help with water quality and water conservation. Help us maintain clean rivers and a clean delta for everyone by reporting any sewage or bad-smelling water in the street or water running in gutters. Reporting possible problems helps everyone to maintain a clean water supply and healthy environment. Call the 24-hour Emergency Service Center at 209-937-8341. And also, Louisville Slugger is proud to be the official bat provider of Pacific Softball. Shop for the latest gear at slugger.com. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tigers need at least 1 run to keep this game going, as the Cougars have made a pitching change here and brought in a new pitcher to replace McKenna Bull. It looks like that's still McKenna Bull. It was announced, and it was Erickson. Actually, the new catcher is Emily Erickson. As that pitch misses for ball 1 to Melanie Habib. Tigers senior shortstop 0 for 2 on the afternoon. And she hits it right back up the middle for a base hit. So Habib, the leadoff base hit. And that'll bring up first baseman Cindy Lawners.
First baseman number 44, Cindy Lawners.
First pitch to Lawners, misses inside for ball 1. Lawners 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Reached on a walk in the first as that pitch a called strike. McKenna Bull so far this afternoon, 5 innings, has allowed just 3 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. As she looks for the shutout to become the all-time leader in shutouts in BYU history, although just a junior, so she somehow does not get it here this afternoon. Certainly you would expect her to get it at some point, probably before this season's up. As a 2-1 is lined into left field, so the Tigers, after just 2 hits through the first 5 innings, back-to-back base hits to start the 6th inning. Now 4 hits on the afternoon. And so
out catcher number 10, Rachel Sellers.
Out comes catcher Rachel Sellers. Sellers 0 for 2. Popped out to short and grounded out to second. So the Tigers looking to not let Bull get that shutout, and that ground ball hits Zapatosny in the leg in the on-deck circle, and she's shaken up. Crowd gasps as well as seen some foul balls go close to the on-deck circle, but that one hit Zapatosny, I want to say in the hamstring area. Kind of everybody standing and looking over. About as quiet as I've ever heard it here. And looks like she's all right. I don't think I've seen that happen before. Round of applause for the on-deck hitter after Zapatosny, the senior, takes one off the leg. And now the 0-1 lined foul, and this time, thankfully it went up in the air. And just when you think you've seen everything. So the count now, no balls and 2 strikes to Rachel Sellers. Tigers a pair of base runners. And that foul ball comes straight back over our heads. Stay alert. No matter where you are. Habib led off the inning with a base hit. Lauders followed with a single of her own. The 0-2 swung on a miss. The Sellers chases that high fastball for strike 3. So the 6th strikeout of the afternoon for McKenna Bull. And with 1 out and a pair of runners on base, that'll bring up Nicole Zapatosny. Zapatosny doubled to left in her last at bat to move into the top 10 all-time on the Pacific career doubles list. As the first pitch is low for ball 1. Although probably the most interesting double of her career. The left fielder Larson almost was on the infield and was unable to field it, dealing with the wind as that foul ball, nearly a nice one-handed grab made by a fan, but bobbled. Zapatosny 273 on the season, that double earlier, 10th on the year, also 7 home runs, which leads the Tigers. 26 runs batted in as the 1-1 misses outside for ball 2. And the 2-1, and that ball is hit a long ways, but foul. Not quite able to keep it fair. Certainly have seen her hit some mammoth foul balls over her career, and probably her longest home run of the season, at least here at Bill Simone Field, came yesterday. Shot over the scoreboard a good 10 or 15 feet at least, I would say. As a 2-2 misses inside for ball 3. So the count now full. 2 Zapatosny runners on first and second. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. As 3-2 pitch fouled off, and Coach Brian Colsey did a little hop to get out of the way of that one. And now the full count pitch once again is hit well to center. Does it have enough? And it does! Over the wall it goes. A 3-run home run from Nicole Zapatozzi, her 8th on the year, and the Tigers are on the board. The wind wasn't really blowing very hard during that last pitch, and she hit that wall towards center, and it just had enough to clear the wall in center field. So a 3-run home run, and the Tigers have avoided the shutout here this afternoon, and that means we'll play a 7th inning.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 74, Cassidy Gustafson.
So Zapatozzi's home run, the 3-run shot, and that'll now bring up Cassidy Gustafson, who takes a called strike. So Bull will not become the BYU all-time leader in shutouts here this afternoon. As Gustafson swings and misses for strike 2. Zapatozzi this season has been a little streaky with the home runs. About 11 games without one, then hit about 5 in a couple weeks, and then a lengthy drought before a couple lately. The one yesterday, and now one here this afternoon as that pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-2 hits Gustafson, so down to first she goes. So really, after the first 5 innings where nothing was going right for the Tigers offensively, now all of a sudden the Tigers back-to-back hits led off the inning. Zapatozzi's home run, and now the hit by pitch, and now time is called, and the Cougars will have a conversation in the circle as their coach heads out, and that'll a good time for me to remind you, the Louisville Slugger is proud to be the official bat provider of Pacific Softball. Shop for the latest gear at slugger.com. And also Wingstop, for people who demand flavor in everything they do. For the nearest location or to order online, visit wingstop.com. And there's some pointing going on. You might see a new pitcher. And looks like we will. So we'll take a short break and be right back. Tigers with 3 runs in the 6th, but still trail 8-3 on PacificTigers.com. So the Cougars have brought in Olivia Sanchez. We saw Sanchez yesterday in Game 2 of the doubleheader as she came in and pitched outstanding in relief, and it ended up getting the win as Sanchez came in with the Cougars trailing 4-0 and came in and pitched 5 scoreless innings, allowed just 5 hits, did not walk a batter, only 1 strikeout. And Sanchez ended up getting the win, her 6th win of the season. So Olivia Sanchez now in the circle for the Cougars as the first pitch to Moran Rowan misses outside for ball one. Moran Rowan 0 for 2 on the afternoon, reached on an error in the fourth, or in the fifth, on a ground ball to second as she drops the bunt, and it's a good one. The catcher fields it and throws it in the right field, and now there's going to be a play at second, and Moran Rowan is out. Great job by the right fielder Strid there to back up the throw to first, and she quickly had it, and her throw in plenty of time to get Moran Rowan. So I'm guessing what will be a bunt base hit, and then an error perhaps to allow the runner to go to third, even though Moran Rowan was out at second. We'll see how that officially gets scored, but that'll bring up Molly Bourne as the first pitch to Sanchez. To Bourne, misses for ball one. And the 1-0 misses high for ball two. And looking at the official stats, they're going to rule that play. Moran Rowan reached on a error by the catcher. She'll get credit for a sac bunt, and then she is out at second. 9-4, with Gustafson advancing to third. So that is how they will score that. And unfortunately, the Tigers make the second out of the inning on the base pass. It's now the 3-0 to Bourne, misses inside for ball four, and Bourne sprints down to first with the walk. So Bourne reaches base safely for the first time here this afternoon, and that'll now bring up designated player Taylor Brink. Brink 0 for 1. She had a sac bunt in the fifth. As that pitch high and inside, Brink kind of turned to get out of the way of that one for ball one. Misses high. Olivia Sanchez in the circle, the freshman from Murrieta, California. Now the 2-0, able to hit the corner for strike one. Should Brink reach to be back to the top of the order. As that pitch misses inside for ball three. Sanchez, a very long look over to the dugout for checking her wrist. And that pitch nowhere near the plate, so Brink heads down to first with the walk. So the bases are loaded, and the top of the order coming up in Sarah Anderson. And see if perhaps we're going to see McKenna Bull re-enter. Things sure have gotten interesting here in the sixth. As two BYU coaches are talking with the home plate umpire. And now the umpires will have a conversation. And while that's going on, Prink brings over something and hands it to Habib to take back to the dugout. And now they will head out to the circle. And somebody in the crowd hollering, let them play. And so after all of that, looks like no changes. No. That'll bring up Sarah Anderson. Anderson 0 for 3. Has grounded out to third twice and also grounded out to short. As she bats here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. First pitch swing and fouled straight back for strike 1. It's too bad Moran Rowland had been thrown out at second, or else Anderson would represent the tying run as they come back her off the glove of Sanchez, and that'll score a run. As by the time Sanchez was unable to field it cleanly, even if Bond had been able to grab it, she would not have probably had enough time to throw out Anderson. So Anderson reaches, and coming in to score is Gustafson, and it's now an 8-4 game. So coming into the bottom of the 6th, Tigers trailed 8-0, and now the tying run at the plate. Although still 2 outs, as up comes shortstop Melanie Habib. As the first pitch from Sanchez, a called strike. And they will give Anderson the base hit, as they should. And really, that would have been a tough play for Sanchez to field. And then after she was unable to do so, really no chance for the third baseman, as that ball is lined, and that nearly takes out Coach Colsey. Saw a foul ball earlier in the inning. Hit Zapatosny in the on-deck circle, and then Zapatosny got revenge on the softball by hitting a 3-run home run. Habib 1 for 3, singled here in the 6th as the Tigers have batted around. As that pitch misses inside for ball 2. Tigers had just 2 hits through the first 5 innings. But now 4 runs and 4 hits, and the bases loaded here in the 6th as that pitch misses. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 down here in the 6th. It's Habib. It's a high fly ball. See if the wind plays a factor. And unfortunately for the Tigers, it doesn't play enough of a factor, as the third baseman Bond will make the catch. But the Tigers put up a 4 spot in the 6th. And after 6 innings, Cougars lead the Tigers 8-4 on PacificTigers.com. And we head to the 7th inning with the BYU Cougars leading the Pacific Tigers 8-4. As the top of the Cougars order due up, Gordy Bravo 1 for 3 on the afternoon. As the 1-0 in there for strike one. One from Walters, misses high. Bravo 290 on the season, 458 when leading off an inning. And she leads off the 7th inning and fouls that one back for strike two. Through 6 innings, BYU 8 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors. They've left 10 on base. Pacific 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They've left 7 on base. As that pitch misses and the count now full. Walters in 2 2/3 has allowed 7 hits, 3 earned runs while walking 2 as that pop up. And Lawners will not make the catch as it was in her glove and scored it out. So Bravo stays alive. And now a couple hopper to Habovitz short. The throw and time, so Liner is unable to come up with that foul ball, while an error will not cost the Tigers as Bravo grounds out to short for out number 1.
Shortstop number 9, Lauren Bell.
So up comes shortstop Lauren Bell. Bell 2 for 4. Has singled twice, has come around and scored twice as well. That pitch fouled off. And now Walters and Habib having a conversation, and also Lawners and Zapatozzi having a conversation as well. Checking on the count. As the 0-2 lined in the left for a base hit. So Lauren Bell, her 3rd hit of the afternoon. The 1-out single to left.
First baseman number 3, Ashley Thompson.
So that'll now bring up first baseman Ashley Thompson, who has yet to record an out here this afternoon. Walked in her first 2 at-bats and then singles in the last 2. As first pitch swinging, a chopper to short. Habib will flip to second for 1. And no chance to try to turn 2, but a nice job by Habib to field that and make the flip to get the lead runner. So Thompson, while reaching,
The catcher, number 8,
makes an out.
Emily Erickson.
So coming up to the plate now for the first time is catcher Emily Erickson, who entered as a defensive change in the bottom of the 6th. As she takes a called strike from Walters. Erickson, 268 on the season, 15 for 56, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 10 runs batted in. As the 0-1 misses. Thompson at first, 9 for 10 on stolen bases as that pitch is fouled off. Tigers in the bottom of the inning will have the 3-4-5 part of their order due up. So 1-2 misses outside. The Tigers will need to try to match the 4 spot they put up in the 6th. And the 2-2 misses, so the count now full. And the full count pitch misses inside, so Erickson with the walk.
Number 16, Alexa Strid, right field.
And that'll bring up right fielder Alexa Strid. Strid is 2 for 3. She was retired for the first time this afternoon in the 6th. They ground out the 3rd. Before then, a pair of singles and a walk. There's the off-speed pitch in there for a called strike 1. Strid, .299 on the season. Also 3 RBIs this afternoon as that pitch is in the dirt. As that ball is fouled off at the plate. Walters looking for her first strikeout. Does not get it as it's fouled out of play, so the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 flied into right center, and a nice catch made there by Haley Moran Rowan for the final out of the inning. So for the first time since the 2nd inning, the Cougars do not score. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Cougars lead the Tigers 8-4 on PacificTigers.com. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. BYU leading Pacific 8-4. Tigers, the 3-4-5 part of their order due up, meaning to try to score at least 4 runs here in the 7th inning, which the Tigers put up the 4th spot in the 6th. As a check swing, and Thompson easily will field it, and she'll just, instead of going to first, will just stand in the baseline and wait to tag out Lawners. So Lawners is out 3 unassisted.
For the Tigers, that catcher number 10, Rachel Sellers.
And that'll bring up catcher Rachel Sellers. Sellers 0 for 3. Popped out, grounded out, and struck out. There's the first pitch from Sanchez, a called strike. The 0-1 fouled off. Sanchez in the circle, came in relief for the Cougars after Bull gave up a 3-run home run to Zapatosny. There's the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Now the 0-2. And Sellers able to foul that one off out of play. Zapatosny on deck in a 3-run home run last inning. And now the 0-2. A hard hit, one hopper. Nice job by the third baseman Bond to field that and make the throw. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning, so the Tigers are going to need to put together a big 2-out rally. As up comes Nicole Zapatosny.
For Pacific, the second baseman, number 7, Nicole Zapatosny.
Zapatosny 2 for 3 on the afternoon, doubled in the 4th. Bit of a lucky double, but then the home run in the 6th. The 3-run shot, her 8th home run on the season. And second in as many days as the first pitch from Sanchez, a called strike. Zapatosny's home run today just barely cleared the wall. The one yesterday was a no-doubter, high over the scoreboard. As the 0-1 bounced foul, so the Tigers now down to their final strike. Zapatosny now 279 on the season. 29 runs batted in, 10 doubles, 8 home runs. For the senior from Huntington Beach. And the 0-2 outside. Should Zapatosny reach, Gustafson on deck. And down on strikes goes Zapatosny, and that'll do it here this afternoon. So Tigers fall 8-4 here in the final game of this 3-game series as BYU jumped out to the big lead. 2 runs in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th, as it looked like we're going to have a mercy rule shortened game here in Stockton, as the Tigers had just 2 hits through the first 5 innings, but the Tigers battled. Zapatosny's 3-run home run, and the Tigers put up 4 runs in the 6th, but they could get no closer. As your final line score, BYU 8 runs, 14 hits, 2 errors. They left 12 on base. Tigers 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 7 on base, as McKenna Bull will get the win, while Cassidy Gustafson will get the loss here this afternoon. So the Tigers drop all 3 games of this series against the Cougars. As senior day does not quite go the way the Tigers had hoped, but the Tigers will have one more home game on Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock against the Cal Bears, so we hope you can join us here at Bill Simone Field or on PacificTigers.com. So for Kyle, who helped all weekend with the graphics, I'm Paul Meissing, glad you could join us as the BYU Cougars defeat the Pacific Tigers 8-4. This was Pacific Softball, PacificTigers.com.